Hey, I'm Brief, and we're playing Subnautica 2. Today I'm showing you how to get the repair tool. You will need titanium ingot, a wiring kit, a basic battery, and sulfur. The first three are actually easy to get without any trouble, but the sulfur is the one that's going to cost you more time to find. First, from the point of reference from the lifeboat. So you have to aim towards the southeast from the lifeboat. At a few meters away from the lifeboat, you will start to find these pillars. Once you see this, you have to check out for the bases of these structures. You will have to look for a yellow mineral. As you can see, there's nothing to be found here, but as a general tip, it's better to aim for a further back on the south here, near this orange area. You can see that it separates the sea into colors. A blue one, which is more a natural temperature, and this, which is a hot temperature area. And you will see a temperature icon on the middle of the screen. So around here you can start look for those minerals. And as you can see, we found one mineral here. And you can do the same with the others around this area. You just have to look for that yellow mineral. You can kind of surround this whole area without getting into the hot waters. I recommend you getting like 3 or 4 to go back and forth in this area. So when you have 3 or 4, you only need 1. You can go back to your base because you actually cannot craft this on your lifeboat. Now that we have the sulfur, you will need 1 titanium ingot, 1 wiring kit, and 1 battery. For the titanium ingot, you will need 3 titanium, and you will need to craft this processor. This processor you will need to craft using the crafting tool, and you will find that under the interior facilities section here, processor. And again, the requirements are very easy to get. It's 2 titanium, 1 copper wire, and mild acid. Once you get the processor, you can input what is the recipe that you're going to get. You can select the titanium ingot, you can load the processor, and everything that it is on your inventory or your house will be dropped here. It's going to be one at a time, so it's going to be 3 titanium. Then if you load it again, it's going to be another 3 titanium. Once you have that, the next thing that is easier to get is the battery. In order to get the battery, you need copper and acidic rayon punch. Those 2 things are actually really near your spawn point here at the lifeboat. You go down into this specific cave and you can harvest these little brainy looking things. And for copper, you can look for the walls of this cave. So we go down here. I can already pick up 1 copper here. There's titanium here, which I already will be needing. And nothing much. If you don't find your 2 copper here, one thing you can do is look for the other caves in the nearby area. So for example here, be careful of that. You have to look for the walls. And here's another node of copper. That's how you get your batteries. Very simple. and you will need a wiring kit. For the wiring kit, you will need 1 silver and 1 copper wire. The copper wire is actually just getting more copper. You put 2 and 1 and 1 together, and there you have it. But the silver is kind of tricky to get. You head towards the north side about 200 meters from your base in order to get into this cave system. You will find these PFJ, big freaking jellies, and you'll find this cavern system. In between this cavern system, you'll find the silver. Be careful not to be trapped in this current. And as you can see, you have to find these spiky minerals. And with that, you have everything you need in order to craft the repair tool, which is useful for repairing your base, but more especially in my run, I found it useful to repair the tadpole because it's very easy for it to get scratched, to get bumped with other fishes and stuff like that. So the repair tool is going to be useful now, and once the game updates, it's probably going to be more useful later. One other thing you can do with the repair tool is go into these crashed sites, let's say, and repair the walls or get access to certain areas on the game that without this tool you will not be able to. If this saved you 20 minutes of swimming in the wrong direction, drop a like. It costs nothing and it means everything to a small dog in the internet. Subscribe if you want more of Subnautica 2 content, because we're just getting started in this ocean and we're playing it on Twitch. I'll be glad to see you there, guys. See you in the deep. You don't get eaten. Bye bye.